isolation, folks. And there's a very, very, insidious reason for this. And, you've got to understand as well, they do things gradually. So they'll start with the social isolation with children in school now. I mean, they're already kind of doing it with parents. As soon as your children are born, they take your child from you in the hospital, they pop it full of injections, and then they let you see it later on. But, the baby needs to be with its mother as soon as it's born. There's a pheromone exchange that happens, that baby smell that babies have. When the baby is suckling on the mother's breast and it's smelling the mother and the mother is smelling the pheromones of the baby, there's a real bond that takes place there, a real emotional bond. And you don't get that when the baby is taken away from the parent. And, it'll start like this in schools, and then it'll move further and further away until it's complete and total isolation. And, it's very, very damaging. And they've done studies, and, they're doing this for a reason, folks. There was a study that was done by a man called Howley's monkeys, very similar to Pavlov's dog. These scientists get animals and they do these incredibly, cruel things to these animals, and they call it experimentation and study. There was one test where Howley got a baby monkey, and he orphaned it at birth from its parents, so it never ever knew its parents. As soon as it was born, it was taken from its parent, and it never knew its parents, and it never knew love, it never knew affection, just so he could study love and study loneliness, and psychologically tortured this little monkey, and did it, as I said, in the name of experimentation. But they do these things so they know exactly what they are doing to the human psyche when they do these experiments. And when you look at things such as the experiments with Howley's monkeys, you realize that all of this is being done for a reason, and there is ultimately an objective behind the whole thing, and that they know exactly what they're doing.
Conquest. The search for new knowledge about our universe, our world, and ourselves. This monkey is an orphan, separated from his mother since the day of his birth. Literally, his life hangs by a thread, a soft cheesecloth pad that is his only companion, his only comfort. Once a day, the pad is removed for cleaning.
This is the laboratory of psychologist Harry Harlow.
Distressed, permanently deprived.
He is studying monkeys to better understand human relationships.
He may die for want of love.
Harlow believes he can use science to study love. With a series of pioneering experiments, he explores territory where few scientists have ventured.
Harlow said that there was such a thing as a science of love, for example, that love, the kind of intimacy that characterized relationships between mothers and infants, although in his case he studied monkeys, could be the object of science, that you literally could move love into a laboratory, put it under a microscope.
Harlow is studying love because he believes it makes an indelible impact on a young life. The relationship between a mother and her child, what Harlow calls our earliest social environment, could hold the key to explaining behavior throughout life. Harlow designs a set of ingenious experiments. He raises a baby monkey, allowing it to choose between two surrogate mothers, a wire mother that feeds it, and a cloth mother that doesn't. A cloth mother that Harlow thinks might provide something else: comfort and love.
Here's baby 106, weaned on a wire mother. He's going to the wire mother.
But this infant quickly runs to the cloth mother, where he will stay for the next 18 hours cuddling. In Harlow's mind, choosing nurturing over sustenance. In another experiment, Harlow creates a fearful situation. Whom does the infant turn to now?
Let's find out what his reactions to his mother are when we frighten him.
He's scared, all right.
And he does what any child will do in a similar situation. He was running to his mother, to touch her, to drive away his fear.
To Harlow, there is something about the experience of comfort and love, even more than food, that seems crucial to all these monkeys. But what happens when the infant is raised alone, without any mother at all, wire or cloth? In this situation, the orphan monkey stays alone. He won't even go to the cloth mother when frightened, but retreats into his own world. Harlow believes he has shown how want of love can damage an infant for life, and he worries the same is true for people.
What comes through loud and clear in Harry Harlow's experiment was that the early experience and the environment were crucial to the healthy development of the infant child. And that in a sense, if you messed up, if the right kind of maternal presence was not there during the critical years, then that infant might grow up to be an adult incapable of forming healthy relationships with other kinds of people.